This video aims to cover several key aspects relating to alchemy, the Philosopher's Stone, and the Great Work, including its definitions. The abilities and potential applications of the Philosopher's Stone. The natural principles governing the creation of the Philosopher's Stone. Detailed steps outlining how to produce it. The information presented in this video is sourced from the Book of Aquarius, Alchemy and the Philosopher's Stone. A link to the book is provided in the video description. Personally, I find the author's explanation of the Philosopher's Stone production to be the most comprehensive and insightful among the resources I have come across. It is important to note that this video does not approach the Philosopher's Stone as a purely abstract or spiritual concept, as some recent interpretations have suggested. Instead, it emphasizes that the Philosopher's Stone is a tangible object with practical properties, aligning with the claims made by alchemists throughout history. Alchemy itself encompasses the study of purifying, maturing, and refining specific materials. The primary objectives include transmuting base metals, such as lead, into noble metals, particularly gold. Additionally, alchemists sought to develop an elixir of immortality and panaceas capable of curing any ailment. The path to achieving these goals is known as the magnum opus, referred to as the Great Work. The Philosopher's Stone consists of two stones, the red stone and the white stone, symbolizing the masculine and feminine aspects, respectively. At its core, the Philosopher's Stone contains pure life force energy trapped within a physical substance. This energy can then be harnessed and utilized by individuals. Here are some notable capabilities associated with the Philosopher's Stone. For the body, the red stone has the potential to confer immortality when ingested daily. The white stone, albeit with lower potency, may have the ability to cure all illnesses. When consumed in high concentrations, both stones can even reverse the effects of aging or cause one to cease to need to eat, drink or even breathe. The reason is because the life force energy within the stones can transform into any other particle required for bodily functions, even oxygen. Scientists have observed this biological transmutation in animals who are able to produce minerals they have not directly consumed. For the mind, the Philosopher's Stone elevates one's mental state, making learning effortless and releasing negative states like depression. It facilitates dwelling solely in positive mental states. For the spirit, the Philosopher's Stone is considered an expedited path to spiritual enlightenment, offering an alternative means to achieve it without extensive meditation practices. For plants, the Philosopher's Stone stimulates rapid and robust growth in plants, independent of environmental conditions. For metals, the Philosopher's Stone can transmute any metal into silver using the white stone or into gold using the red stone. Different types of metals represent distinct energy states through which metals evolve. Gold, being the ultimate and perfected form, signifies the culmination of this progression. The Philosopher's Stone infuses metals with a surge of energy, propelling them towards their preferred and most stable state, namely gold, or silver, to a lesser extent, using the white stone. Scientific experiments have demonstrated the transmutation of lead into gold through radiation, albeit on a significantly less efficient scale compared to the Philosopher's Stone's potential. Historically, the value of gold and silver may have stemmed from rulers possessing the Philosopher's Stone and creating currencies based on these metals. Creation of a boundless source of electricity and power. Creation of life, the Philosopher's Stone has the capacity to generate humans or animals outside of the womb. It can also create clones, alter their sizes, or bring about the creation of hybrids or entirely new species. To understand the natural principles involved in creating the Philosopher's Stone, it is important to recognize that alchemy is essentially the practice of imitating and expediting natural processes. The role of the alchemist is akin to planting a seed and providing optimal conditions for its growth. Strictly speaking, the Philosopher's Stone is not created by the alchemist but by nature itself. The alchemical process mirrors the perpetual workings of nature, but by isolating and purifying a matured substance within a closed system, the transformation is accelerated. The end result, the Philosopher's Stone, represents the ultimate destination for every physical substance in its natural evolution, a substance in its most refined form, embodying pure life force energy or the essence of God. The Philosopher's Stone, with its high frequency, has the ability to transform everything it comes into contact with by elevating them to their highest frequency, which explains its claimed capabilities. To illustrate, let's use the concept of yin-yang and the four elements, and how it's applied to the water cycle in nature. Yin and yang, the fundamental polarities, are manifested as the feminine and masculine or passive and active aspects. The masculine force symbolizes activity, growth, and multiplication, while the feminine force represents stability, dissolution, and decomposition. In nature, we observe the interplay of these masculine and feminine energies in cycles, with each cycle leading to further growth and development. For instance, in the water cycle, water evaporates, forms clouds, and precipitates back as rain. In a closed system resembling Earth's conditions, the soil undergoes stratification, with lighter particles settling on top and heavier ones sinking. Over time, particles break down, undergoing decomposition and putrefaction. Lighter particles increase while heavier ones decrease, ultimately converting the entire mass into life force energy. Life forms utilize this energy for growth and existence, with plants harnessing it through their roots, and animals consuming plants to absorb this energy. An often overlooked factor in this process is the significance of wind. Without wind, all the water would ascend and descend in the same location, resulting in no water on land as precipitation would solely occur over the sea. Considering that water on land ultimately flows into the oceans, life on land would be non-existent, and human beings would not exist. Therefore, the role of wind is crucial in allowing life on land to thrive. Thus, we can identify the presence of the four elements: fire, represented by the sun, water, wind, and earth, in the water cycle. These elements also represent different states of matter. Earth signifies solidity, water represents liquidity, wind embodies the gaseous form, and fire symbolizes heat. Through the water cycle, which is an interplay of the yin-yang forces and the four elements, we can see how life force energy is freed up, and over time, how the soil evolved and becomes more refined. The process of creating the Philosopher's Stone shares many similarities with the water cycle. The duration of the alchemical process can be influenced by various factors, including the quality of distillation and purification in the initial stage, the accuracy of heat control, the ambient temperature, the size and shape of the vessel used, and the quantity of the substance involved. On average, the entire process takes around 3 to 8 years. It is important to note that although the process is time-consuming, it does not require strenuous labor or significant effort. Periodically monitoring the progress or checking every few weeks is typically sufficient, allowing even busy individuals to undertake the work. The alchemical process begins with a single ingredient containing life force energy. In theory, the stone could be made from any substance since all things contain varying degrees of life energy, which is the active component of the stone. However, after extensive experimentation, alchemists have found urine to be the most efficient choice. From urine, we extract a distillate, water, and a salt. The life force energy resides within the water. We can separate the dense and light particles, with the lightest particles manifesting as a salt. The specific minerals present in the urine are not crucial. Our objective is to isolate the lightest and most volatile matter, which takes the form of a salt. The stone requires a solid body and cannot be made with water alone. This salt serves as the perfect body since it readily absorbs water while maintaining its own volatile state. It is important to understand the requirements of our substance: water rich in life force energy and exceedingly light matter capable of absorbing water and undergoing decomposition. Urine possesses the desired purity and has been pre-filtered by the human body, meeting all the necessary criteria. The most suitable urine for this purpose is typically of a dark yellow color, indicating a higher concentration of body constituents and less water, which proves advantageous in the initial stages of the process. Therefore, the recommended time to collect urine for the creation of the stone is during the first morning urination. Approximately 1 liter of urine is needed for the process. It is crucial to handle the substance with great care to prevent inadvertent mixing with other substances. Even a small amount of dust or water, while not completely ruining the work, will significantly prolong the process. Our great work consists of 2 parts. In the first part, we take a proactive approach by manually performing some of nature's operations and removing the densest particles to expedite the entire process. Without this initial step, the process would still function, but it could potentially extend beyond one's lifetime. We repeatedly distill, using low heat, and calcine the urine to separate it into layers based on density. We retain only the lightest particles, which manifest as a white salt, and discard the remaining body. The urine is further distilled to maximize purity, ensuring only the lightest particles remain. This concludes the first part, which typically takes approximately 3 months. In the second part, we combine the salt and distilled urine, seal them in a vessel with appropriate specifications, provide a heat source like an electrical water bath, and allow nature to take its course. At this stage, our primary focus is maintaining the correct degree of heat. To combine the salt and distilled urine, we gently heat them until the salt absorbs and becomes saturated with the distilled urine, a process that can take up to a year or longer. We then observe the matter as it putrefies and turns black, followed by purification and the transition to white, adjusting the heat accordingly. When the matter turns white, we obtain the white stone. The white stone can be fermented with silver to stabilize it and enable it to withstand higher temperatures. This can be likened to encapsulating the life force energy within a material body, represented by silver. The white stone can then undergo higher heat, leading to its maturation into the red stone. The red stone must undergo a similar fermentation process, but with gold. At this point, we will have obtained the Philosopher's Stone. The quality and quantity of the stone can be multiplied by repeating the second part of the process. Each time the second part is repeated, the stone becomes more refined and potent, and the red stone is said to eventually take on a purple or violet hue. For a more detailed step-by-step process, you can refer to the book. In essence, the creation of the Philosopher's Stone involves taking a substance with life force energy, in this case urine, allowing it to undergo repeated cycles of evaporation, ascending, and condensation, descending, resulting in increased purification and heightened power or life force energy. This continuous change of state, transitioning between solid, liquid, and gas, facilitates the refinement of the substance and amplifies the presence of life energy. From a spiritual perspective, this process mirrors our own journey as we experience repeated cycles of death and rebirth, moving between the physical and astral realms, spiritually evolving with every incarnation. So, what do you think? Share with me in the comments if you believe that it's possible to obtain the Philosopher's Stone through this process.